This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews, and today I have an interview for you. Name of the band is Slaves to Sirens, and we're going to be talking about the band, their history, and then we'll be going into their new album, Echoes of Silence, which was released not too long ago. I believe it was a week or two ago, and if you saw my channel, I did a short review of it, but we're going to learn more about the band. So I have three members of the band. So how about we're going to go around and introduce yourselves and tell us what you play and maybe anything else you would like to share. Um,
Okay.
Alma, would you like to go first?
So my name is Alma. I'm the bassist of Slave to Sirens, and I've been with the band since the beginning. So how it started is, Cherry and Lilas, lead and rhythm guitar, got together, and then Lilas messaged me on Facebook, and she was like, "I'm putting together a all-girl metal band. Do you want to join?" and all that. So it sounded really good. So I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And that was in, I think, late 2015, early 2016. So yeah, we've been going for a few years now, and right now we're all over the place. Kind of, some members have left the country, some are still there. We changed also members of the band, so yeah, it's been good.
Yes,
Me, Anita.
Anita, yes.
Hi.
Yeah, tell us about yourself.
My name is Anita To'th, and I'm from Hungary. I joined in the band 2 years ago. I looking for a band, and one day, Lilas text me on Instagram, and she asked me, what if I join into Slave to Sirens? And I was so excited, so I said, why not? So yes, since I'm 2 years here. Sorry for my English is not the best, but I improved myself a lot. So yeah, so I'm here. I learned growling 17 years. When I was 17 years, I learned growling, and that's all.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Would you like to tell us about yourself? What do you play? How long have you been in the band?
Oh, I play drums for Slave to Sirens since I would say December or January is actually when I auditioned for the band. Um, and I really have not played with them live yet, and we have not all met in person other than myself and Alma. So I'm looking forward to that part. But I've known a few of them at least online for a while.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay, so let's move into the second part of and so we pretty much talked a lot about how the band started. Let's talk about Echoes in Silence. How did you come about to produce the album? What are some of the highlights? What were some of the challenges in making this new album?
Yeah, so I can start. So we've been making this album for a few years now, and it started a year before COVID, and we were still all in Lebanon, and we had our old members, vocals and drums, and a lot of we had a lot of like hardships. First, because of COVID, we had a big momentum in 2019. Like, we were playing festivals, we were playing local, so we had
Yes.
like this, and then COVID happened, everything went like this. um that's number one, like COVID, which was a global, pandemic. And then, there was a lot of political issues in the country, and there was a lot of things that, prevented us from moving forward and really focusing on the music. But the beauty is also that a lot of our songs are about, in this album, are about hardship and resilience and rage. Um, so I think it took so long, but I think, the result was worth it. And I think it's like a really strong comeback from, all these years. And the album is very thrashy, very death metal, and, very technical. So, yeah, that's my take on it.
So, on the lyrics, because the girls has sent me 3 songs that already has a lyrics. So, but on the last 7th song, I try to put my feelings in the lyrics and the vocals also. So at the first, I just listening the song, and I always pay attention the feeling what is inside me. So I awoke in me, and I try to convey it.
Yeah, it was a really long one. The EP was definitely faster, and basically now when I think of it, like so many years has passed, and I feel like I want to, re-record the album, because now it's, you're with the time, you're more experienced, you feel like I could do better here and there, but now it's khalas, like we have to just put it out there. And a lot of people, everyone in this album did a lot of hard work, and I think that you can hear it, and like from recording to editing and the process of the production and everything. Yeah, like I really enjoyed writing the album, and especially with with my bandmates. I think it was very exciting. It's really nice to work with people, with great musicians and talented people, yeah, and I'm really glad, I'm so glad that it's out there at last, so yeah, now I can't wait to record new songs. This is how I feel.
Mirna, how about you? How do you feel about doing this album? Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, my favorite part about the album is that the drum parts are, compared to many other bands I've played with, these are actually challenging, and it pushed me beyond my limits in terms of like practicing those for upcoming events that we're planning for. Um, it's not very predictable sometimes, like what beat comes after which other one, and also the technicality of it, blast beats, like the speed, all these things. It's very challenging, and I am super excited to be able to play this kind of music, because we want to show people also that any human that has music interest or drumming interest can actually get to that level and play speed and technical and all these things, regardless of where they're from and their genders and all of these things. Because I'm originally from the Middle East, and really technical blast beats and drums like that is not something I grew up with, really.
I thank you. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk more about some of the songs. So tell me about the song "Extinguish the Sun." Maybe who wrote it? What is the meaning behind it?
Yeah, so Extinguish the Sun, for me, it's my favorite song. And the music, like we all wrote it, and the lyrics, our ex-vocalist wrote it. Her name is Maya. And um, so I like this song a lot because, there's a lot of variety in it. It starts like dreamy and slow, and then it goes like, like a breakdown thrashy, and then it goes back in the middle to, slow and like dreamy kind of sounds. It's like ups and downs all the time. and it's really fun to play. It's really technical. For me, especially on the bass too, and I really enjoyed like creating a bass line for it. And I feel like I had a lot of room to do different things than what I usually do. And I like the lyrics a lot too because it talks about personal struggle and about fighting the demons in your head. And I feel like I definitely struggle with that a lot, and a lot of people, our age and like any age, struggle with that. It talks about, that and about feeling alienated with yourself and with everything around you. And so yeah, it's a really nice song. It's my favorite song in the album for sure.
Thank you. How about you, Mirna?
Sorry.
No problem. What do you think of the song "Extinguish the Sun"?
Extinguish the Sun. I like how the dynamics escalate, where it's just singing first, basically, and with some melodies with no drums really, and then I like when the drums come in a little bit after, kind of more surprising and intense beginning of the drums, and that's kind of what I like about it because it's kind of like a surge of energy out of nowhere. So that's my favorite part about that song.
Okay. Thank you. What about the other song? One called let me see if I got it right. Salomé. It's track number 8. Yeah, you want to tell me about that song? Yeah?
Yeah, Salome is my favorite.
Yes.
I don't know why. I really don't know. Well, I think I do know why. It's like the story behind it is very historical, um and it feels like we belong to that place where the story is from, really, and we grew up hearing these like biblical stories. Being from that part of the world, it's like you're living in the where the history was written. So I always feel like I belong there. When I imagine the character, I imagine her someone that looks like me. Or looks like a few of us, I guess, in the band. And so that's why I feel like we belong somewhere in that story, or we could be part of it, kind of historically. So that's why it's not something foreign to me. And that's maybe why I like it. That's probably my favorite one, actually.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Anyone else want to comment on Salome or Salome?
Yeah, I definitely like Salome because, like Mirna said, like everything that she said, and the
Yes.
riffs, like musically, it's really amazing. It's very catchy, and it has like fast and slow parts. But also like another song that I really like is Mistress of Pain because so this song was actually written by Cherry, and it's so different from all our other songs. It's super like slow, and it's not what we usually do, and the lyrics are nice too. um it's a song about love and heartbreak, I think. So yeah, and then at the end how like it goes back to like the growling and all of that, and it almost have like a black metal feeling. I don't know if you listen
Mhm.
to it and kind of agree.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's also
I remember the song. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So anyway, why don't you jump in? How do you feel about the song Salome? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I also really like that song. I feel like it's very jumpy, like headbangy. And basically, the way it was written is interesting because it's a bit different than what we usually did with the songs. Basically, what happened is that the previous singer, Maya, she had this idea of a song she wrote, which is with the lyrics and Salome, and she had the rhythm. So basically, we took that rhythm and did the riffs on top, and this is how it was formed. Basically, usually what we do is we start with riffs, giving back and forth ideas and slowly building the song, and then the lyrics comes. But in that song it was different. It was the lyrics first and the melody of the vocals, how they were being sung, and then the rhythm of the guitars and the drums and the bass, of course.
Yeah, thank you. So let's I'll ask one more question and we can kind of like close up. Let me know what were some of the first metal bands you've ever listened to, and how did you get into this type of metal music? So we'll go around and ask everyone. So how about Alma? When did you get into heavier music, heavy metal music?
Yeah, I got into metal music. I think I was 13 or something like that, and I think I would say like the first band was Metallica, like discovering the genre. And then I I heard System of a Down,
Yes.
and that was instantly my favorite band. I think it's still my favorite band till now.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I went into the new metal, genre first, like System of a Down, Korn, Slipknot,
Yes.
and then I, started going more into the thrash, like Megadeth, Slayer, all that, and yeah, I started from there.
Okay. Thank you. What about you, Anita?
The first rap music was heard. It was Marilyn Manson, and
Yes.
then 9 Inch Nails, and after then I heard Cradle of Filth. I remember I
Yeah.
was so young, and it was shocked me, and it was so miracle for me, that creepy world, that sounds,
Yeah.
that vocals, it's
Okay.
mesmerized me.
Nice. What about you, Mirna? Mm.
I
Your
think like
first metal
Alma,
bands. Yeah.
first metal band, maybe Metallica actually. And I still love Metallica. I was just jamming
Yes.
along one of their songs yesterday. Um, and Lars is super inspiring because it's not always about speed and technicality. Sometimes it's about feeling and structure. So that's the inspiring part. But other than that, I think it's certain drummers that inspire me more to like play more challenging things in life. Like Flesh God has been one of the drummer of Flesh God has been inspiring to me. Other drummers like Derek Roddy that has been supportive also and inspiring. Nikitas Mandolas from can you guys still see me? It went off kind of dark a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. No.
uh,
No. We can hear you. Yes. Fine.
yeah, a few drummers and musicians too, like Decapitated in general. All the musicians of Decapitated, because of the speed and all blast beats and technicality of the music. That's kind of the things that inspire me to keep going, I would say. But first one was really Metallica.
Okay. Good. And what about you, Sherry? Your first
Yeah.
metal bands you've ever listened to?
Well, first metal bands that really stole my heart, you could say, is Iron Maiden,
Yes.
Zakk Wylde, Lamb of God, also, Opeth, like
Love Opeth, yeah.
also Megadeth, and
Yeah.
bands like that. I think also, of course, Metallica. You always listen to things whenever, especially when the internet was very accessible.
Yes.
You could really listen to a lot of bands, but in the beginning, just before that, there was also Manowar. Well, basically, I got some music from some friends, and there's also Black Sabbath. Like these songs were always on repeat, and System of a Down. But basically, the first ever band is Iron Maiden. To be honest, I was like listening to them,
Yes.
and oh my god, what is that sound? Oh my, it's still like to this day, it makes me feel more relaxed, more in a good mood, you can say, more here in this moment.
Yes. Mm.
Mm.
Okay. All right, thanks. Okay, but before we go, any plans for touring? Are you guys going out on the road or playing live anywhere?
Yeah, so like future plans obviously is
Yes.
to go live because this is what we like the most. At
Okay.
least for me, this is what I like the most over being in the studio, over being in the practice room, you know, just being live is the best thing. And we definitely have some things that are coming up. We keep updates on our social media, Instagram, our website, safetoscience.com. Everyone can see all the updates there. And our Instagram is Slave to Sirens Band. So we definitely have some plans for this year and next year for sure, but there is nothing that is announced yet. So yeah.
So I want to thank you all for doing this interview with me, and for the people watching on YouTube, I will be I'll put a link to some of their socials and a website where you can find them. You can listen to their music and stream them. Maybe buy their album from their website. And that's all. Thanks for watching, and please remember like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next one.